Don't have my new laptop yet, but it's coming. But regardless, if the situation is perfect or not, I'm gonna be talking to y'all every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Now, I definitely wanted to talk to y'all today after what happened in Minneapolis last night. Um, I'm sure most of y'all saw how it got turned up there last night. Um, some of the protests turned into rioting. Some looting happened. Some buildings got set on fire. And one of my friends texted me and asked, what do people hope to accomplish when they do stuff like that? My reply was, I don't think they really looking to accomplish much of anything. I think they're just trying to express how frustrated they are at the system, how frustrated they are that they feel powerless to do anything else. And of course, you're going to have some people that are taking advantage of the situation. You're always going to have those people, and there's nothing you can do about that. It's just that just is what it is. But I think on the grand scale of things, we should always keep our focus on the catalyst of the situation. And the catalyst of the situation is the unjust killing of another unarmed black man. And to to the credit of this case, I think that the focus mainly has stayed on that. And I think it's because the video is so outrageous that it's hard to flip the script into anything else in this particular case. And if you talk to any younger black person and older black people too, but especially younger black people, a younger black male, most of us have stories about an interaction with a police officer that didn't go according to plan. So many of us have these horror stories. And if you just take time out to talk to some of us, we could tell you about why a lot of us don't have faith in the system, why a lot of us don't trust police officers, and why the system need to be completely reformed. And the problem is when you have situations like Minneapolis, I think you see that type of reaction for some people because they have no faith that the system is going to get reformed. I mean, how long have we been talking about these situations? I mean, it's not just from when the media been covering it because this has been going on for decades on end with police using excessive force on black people. I mean, this is not a new problem at all. I mean, forget just decades on end. I mean, it's going on centuries, and that's real. That is real right there. So, if it haven't been reformed yet, I think some people have lost all faith that it will ever be reformed, and they want to go to more extreme options or just feel hopeless. You know, my thing is this: whatever you do, and I come to this solution because as I got older, I have become less emotional. When I was younger, when situations like this popped off, um, I would be extremely angry. Now, now that I'm a little bit older in my late 30s, I'm still extremely angry about the situation, but now I'm always looking for a solution. I'm always looking long term and not just for the moment trying to ease my frustration by lashing out. Um, Now that I'm older, I'm just like, okay, what can we do to solve this problem? And I'm not arrogant enough to think I alone have the answer to that. I do have some stuff that I think could help, but it's not a simple answer because if it was simple, it would have happened by now. Some people are saying that, okay, all black people need to start arming themselves, and I'm pro Second Amendment. I don't have a problem with that, but that's not going to completely solve the problem at all. Um, as you know, we don't have the same Second Amendment rights. Um, The Black Panthers tried to do this in California in the 60s and 70s. What they did, they ended up changing the gun laws in the state. Philando Castile had a legal firearm and still ended up dead. So it was a situation. I'm mad, I'm forgetting the brother name that happened in Ohio, where he was in Walmart and he was getting a rifle. Police came in, just shot him dead. So I don't have a problem with black people using their Second Amendment right. I think I do think we should do that because I believe in self-defense, but that is not the sole solution of the problem. I mean, we going to have multiple different people working on multiple different issues to solve this one problem. It's not going to just be done by politics. Um, it's not just going to be done by legislation. I mean, it's going to be a combination of stuff. Us in the community is going to have to stay active around these issues, not just when the media plays a video of a black person being killed or a story blow up of a black person being killed. You know, we need long term strategies, and I feel like that's what been lacking. That's definitely been lacking. And not saying that there haven't been people working on it because there have been. There's definitely have been, but I'm just talking about amongst the general masses of us. A lot of times these issues become a headline and then we forget about it. I mean, this is something that we have to think about on a daily basis because it's our survival. It's our children's survival. So this shouldn't just be a trending topic. It shouldn't just be the new wave. You know, and no one person got all the answers when it comes to this. Um, where I tend to focus on is just because that's my area of study. This is what I study the most. Is how can we make changes in the political realm? That's where I focus on. And I definitely think we need a national use of force module. We need a national use of force standard where it's clear cut. If you go beyond this, you violated a citizen's rights and you face the consequences if you're a police officer. I definitely think is needed. It's not going to be easy, again, because these issues tend to be dealt with by state and local government, especially local government when it comes to police departments. But some of these police departments do have federal funding. More civil rights investigations need to happen, and we also need to work on getting judges um, that is sympathetic to our causes. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at getting the right DAs in office. That's where I'm focusing my attention on. But it's just not going to be that because we need the pressure from regular civilians. We need the pressure from community groups as well. I mean, people, we need to be working together to solve this problem. And yes, we do need people practicing their Second Amendment rights as well. That's is nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But I just don't want people thinking that doing any one thing is just going to solve the problem because it's not. It is not. So what is your solutions? I'm interested in hearing how do you think we can solve this problem? Because what is easy is for us to talk about this. What is easy is to say that things is never going to change. What is easy to do is, I won't even say it's easy to protest, but you can get out there, you can march, you can protest. What harder is follow up actions. Okay, if you protest or even if you loot or riot, now what? You got the attention. Because I saw on the news, they were saying that they was talking to some people that did this last night, and they say like, now you hear us. Okay, now that they hear you, what is the plan? That's always got to be the next step. What is the plan? Like once we get the attention, we need to demand certain things. We need to not just demand that these police officers get locked up or they face the consequences when they kill one of us. We need concrete legislation passed, you know. Um, so it's not just this one case. Okay, if these cops get arrested and charged and even convicted, that's good, but I don't think that's going to stop another case from happening in Alabama or in New York City. You know what I'm saying? That's why we have to think about this on a national level. So that's my spill on that. And again, I'm not arrogant to think I got all the answers on this situation. So I'm definitely open for dialogue when it comes to this. But what I find interesting too is getting into politics again. Kamala Harris. A lot of people think that her VP chance then went up in smoke because when she was the head prosecutor in that area of Minneapolis, she actually could have prosecuted this police officer. Um, he had a few incidents actually. This police officer that murdered George Floyd, and she chose not to do so. And if you go back a few videos in my channel, I spoke about why Amy Klobuchar wouldn't be a good VP candidate, and it's amazing that people was actually pushing her because, I mean, she got a complete pass during the primary because she wasn't a major candidate. Because she wasn't a major candidate, people overlooked a lot of red flags in her record. And I was stating this a few videos ago. So I think her VP chances are very slim now, which is good because she don't cite anybody. Biden already have a problem when it comes to criminal justice. He doesn't need another VP that's